president hosted in a king's castle, Donald Trump relishing the rarity of this moment.
A great gentleman and a great king.
Full of appreciation for his host as he departed Windsor for the PM's country retreat of checkers and a political summit that risked being blown off course. A wave to reporters on the way in, the president in good spirits. Donald Trump has arrived at Chequers and the Prime Minister will be happy with how it went at Windsor Castle. There was pomp and pageantry and plenty of goodwill, but now it's down to the politics, and on that matter, it gets trickier. A bit more pageantry to kick off proceedings, bagpipes for President of Scottish heritage as he was welcomed into the weekend residence of Sir Keir and Lady Starmer, the warmth between these two leaders plain to see. And the fruits of that on full display with the signing of a massive US-UK tech deal.
It's a great honour.
Bringing tens of billions of inward investment into the UK, powering the artificial intelligence revolution and new nuclear power.
What is the relationship all about when it comes down to brass tacks? It comes down to leaders, of course, leaders who respect each other, leaders who genuinely like each other. And just look at what we're achieving today together. The deals and investment that you're announcing today break all records.
The ties between our countries are priceless, and it's really an inheritance. It's a beautiful inheritance. Today we're making those ties closer than ever before.
Yet another military display in a visit peppered with tricky manoeuvres. The diplomatic business of this trip needing careful navigation when it comes to wars on two fronts, Gaza and Ukraine, and the potential rupture over the UK's decision to recognise the state of Palestine.
The situation in Gaza is intolerable. The hostages have been held for a very, very long time, and they must be freed. And we need aid to get into Gaza at speed. And so it's within that context that the question of recognition needs to be seen.
So I have a disagreement with the Prime Minister on that score. Okay? One of our few disagreements, actually.
But there is broad agreement on Hamas.
Let me be really clear about Hamas. They're a terrorist organisation who can have no part in any future governance in Palestine. And what happened on October the 7th was the worst attack since the Holocaust.
And on Russia, the president critical of Putin.
The one that I thought would be easiest would be because of my relationship with President Putin, but he's let me down.
Mr. President, if I may, the King praised your personal commitment last night to finding solutions to the world's most intractable conflicts. You have invested much of your time and effort in Ukraine. But even as you seek to broker a deal, President Putin is escalating the war. He's firing drones into NATO airspace. You say he has let you down. Was it a mistake to invite him to Alaska? Do you regret it?
No.
And is it time to squeeze him, sir, and scare him and impose sanctions?
Very simply, if the price of oil comes down, Putin's going to drop out. He's going to have no choice. He's going to drop out of that war. If the oil price comes down, very simply, Russia will settle. And the oil price is way down. You know, we got it way down.
But there was one issue overhanging this media conference missing until the end. The elephant in the room, Lord Mandelson, he is no longer the ambassador. Do you have some sympathy with him that he lost his job over historic links to Jeffrey Epstein? Thank you very much, sir.
I don't know him, actually. I had heard that, and I think maybe the Prime Minister would be better speaking of that. That was a choice that he made, and I don't know. What is your answer to that?
Well, I mean, it's very straightforward. Some information came to light last week which wasn't available when he was appointed, and I made a decision about it, and that's very clear.
A difficult issue dodged in a state visit where these leaders were keen to stay in line. President Trump there is leaving
the UK after this historic state visit, and I think number 10 will take it all as a win. Billions of dollars of investment into the UK economy, a strengthened special relationship, and avoiding any diplomatic blow-ups on the matters of Peter Mandelson or Gaza. So this then became a moment of respite for the Prime Minister, but he still faces real domestic woes here at home.
But this visit has at least given Keir Starmer a much-needed lift after some of the most difficult weeks of his premiership. His team hopes he can use this momentum to turn his government's fortunes around, but it's a very long journey ahead. Beth Rigby, Sky News Checkers.